Well, and I know the topic in Dade County is tax assessment. If you're one of the 4,000 that own property and homes,
that's true. Yeah.
That make up the property owners here in Dade County, the assessment notices went out all over the state of Georgia, and Dade County no different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I've been had several conversations with Paula, about this, and because we get concerned people. I'm concerned. Mine went up tremendously, like a lot of people, and it's not something that she just pulls out of the air, or the Board of Assessors. They do comparisons, with the property, and the truth is, and what we can do about it, I don't know. We've had a tremendous amount of sales in the last 3 years, especially in the last year, but of property in this county that some of the old, what we used to call billy goat land on the side of these ridges, and are just and people are giving just prices, paying just ungodly prices for it.
And
houses too, though. Houses, it's just amazing,
Right.
And I don't, and of course, you say, well, she can ignore that. Well, you can't ignore it because the state, they have rules. We had a meeting here when Carrie and I just talked. She reminded me of this. We had a meeting last year before last. They came up, and we just sat in as to observe, and they had a meeting with Paula and the boards that attended, and just to lay the guidelines out of, look, this is a state law. You're appraisers and you live in Dade County, but you got to go by state guidelines on your appraisal.
Well, it's fair market value.
Fair market value.
That's what every county has to go by.
And it just, it's killing a lot of people, especially people like you said.
And what is happening, folks that are buying land, it may be down the street from where you're at, and you've got your land, and you paid $1,000 an acre. The folks down the street that just bought that property could be paying $5,000 an acre, and they set the fair market when they do that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is.
And so when it comes to reevaluation, your land goes up. It's not it's not pleasant,
no.
But there is a process if you want to appeal.
You got till June. You got till the 26th of June to appeal. Not that the line item down at the bottom, it says your estimated taxes, what you will pay. That really, that's way, it could be way off, But what you can appeal up till June the 26th. Now June 27th, you forget it because I did that one year on a little piece of property, and I wouldn't, and I'm right there next door, but I had a lot going on, and I went in there and I said, and of course I knew what the answer was, but they don't show any partiality to anybody. I mean, if you don't go, and there's no excuse, you got till June 26th. And you go in Paula's office and just, and feel. If you don't come to my office, I'll walk down there with you, and show you that, because a lot of people that have called have never called before. They just always, but some of these people, and have had some drastic increases on taxes, and it's just something that you need to, if you don't agree with it, you need to appeal, because it does make a difference. I mean, they can look at it. And then they might not can change it, but it does.
At least they can show you how they came up with it.
When you leave there, or they can show you where did they come up with that number at.
You may not know that the house 3 houses down from you sold for $150,000 more than it was appraised for.
Exactly.
And that type of sale is happening every day.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've had people, that several people that's felt really good about their house that they lived in for 4 or 5 years, and they tripled their money on it almost, but they weren't thinking about once they sold it, because they still wanted to live in Dade County, but they didn't think about how they were going to replace it, and then now they can't replace it for even half of what they sold. They're going to have to pay that much or more for the same, because they were thinking, well, I can still find me a house for about $125,000-$250,000, and it's not now in Dade County. Well, look at Walker. If you really want to do some comparisons, if you call it a comparison, compare a 2,500 to 3,000 square foot house on 2 acres of land over there, and I mean out in the rural part of Walker, not down, and compared to Dade County, what that is. It's just, I don't like to ever say, because we live in Dade County, not Walker, but it is a big difference, and the tax increase that they're actually estimating, going up in Walker across the board is a lot. I mean, it's tremendous,
So, we won't know what our total digest is, and of course that's how y'all.
I mean, just like this is not got a lot to do with tax, but it does in a way. Just like you live in Dade County, you're going to build your house. Okay, you come up, you apply for a permit, you pay $35 for an electrical permit in Dade County, and some people complain about that, but that's something we do. Okay, the same permit, electrical permit, from what I understand in Walker County, is you pay right at $2,000 for that permit, and 30 cents per square foot on top of that. So that's just one. It's a big difference, and this is the closest county we got to us. It touches in Georgia, So, but it's if you have questions, we've got, you can call Paula's office, talk to her, and they'll talk to you on the phone, of course. We do have our board members. That's why we appoint our board members. We pull them from each end of the county, just like your commissioners. We have a representative, Sand Mountain, Lookout Mountain, South Dade, North Dade. So, and that's what they're there, the board members. When we appoint them, I try to explain to them, look, you're representing your covey, there in your community. So if you want to talk to a board member, call. They'll put you in touch with them. They'll give you their number or whatever. But, don't sit back, if you've really got doubts and you need to, don't sit back and do nothing, but just call and talk to them. Just call and talk to Paula and go by there.
Yeah, you got that, April the 26th deadline. So
that's right, the 26th,
not April, excuse me, June.
No,
June 26th.
No, and this is June.
Commission meeting tonight?
Yeah.
And 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, that's our work session, and we'll go right into the meeting there afterwards, yeah.
Right. And anything major real quick?
Not our biggest thing right now we're working on is our our budget. Getting ready to set the millage rate and all that. We've got some special call meetings that's advertised. That we do every year. And I don't foresee a millage increase. I know I'll put it this way. I'll not vote for millage increase. We as always, if it comes down to that, we will cut before we will do that. I mean.
Absolutely.
That's just the way I look at it. So, but we'll see how things work out, and it's that time of year, with just a lot going on, but mainly circling around that part,
Well, real quick, your telephone number.
All right, it's 423 and it's 667-8999, and that's my cell number. I answer 7 days a week, and then also our commissioners, they have their cells are posted online, and they'll be glad to talk to you on your district commissioner, but. If you need anything, just give me a call, any of us, and we'll try to help you any way we can.
All right, Dade County Executive Ted Rumley is here most every Thursday. We